Ooh, Wasabi Gangsters. Hopefully this isn't too loud. All right, we're going to do another weekly update, and that's all we're doing this week. I think I'm going to do a giveaway of Mercy Tears of the Fallen, a hardcover and a paperback next month. But for right now, let's dive into what I'm currently reading. I am on chapter 18 of Reaper's Gale. That's right. Still slowly moving. These chapters are really long. This one, honestly, I'm loving it so far. In terms of I think it has more to do with me right now in terms of the speed at which I'm reading. I don't think it really has to do with the narrative. It's just really hard for me to find time to sit down and build momentum generally with my reading right now. So I feel like it's moving slower because of that. Generally, the action we're seeing in the book feels like the pacing should be like clicking with me. And I think it's mostly my fault that it's not. That said, everything that we're starting to see in this world, in terms of, we're on book 7, right? We're starting to see things converge in a way that alludes to some more of that later, which I'm really looking forward to seeing how that works out. The politics, we're starting to get the different angle on here in book 7, and just sort of the overarching themes are making themselves a little bit more apparent as well. Just not compassion, which obviously is still apparent, but referring to empires and who is in control of empires and XYZ. And that's all I'll say because I want to keep it spoiler free, referring to a 7th book in a series. We're going to move on from that. Okay. Let me put that over here on top of my workstation. Then we have Mercy Tears of the Fallen on top here. I just have it up here because it's pretty and I wanted it in the thumbnail mostly. That's my book. You guys can go to my newsletter if you'd like and check out Reaper's Gale. Or Reaper's Gale. Sorry, that was totally wrong. The Blood Rebellion short story. My newsletter does not have Reaper's Gale, which I'm currently reading. It has the Blood Rebellion short story. And I'll get that in edits like Brian Lee Durfee style. But yeah, my newsletter on my website, good to go. You see that. You get the first 4 chapters of that puppy, and then you can decide where you want to be with that. We are currently at over 850 copies sold, almost at 1,000. I think at the end of this weekend we'll get there. That's the goal. We'll see where we're headed. And then we have Berserk. I started the 9th deluxe edition volume. I'm up to let's actually check right now because I read it today. The Evil Horde Part 1. I haven't read it yet. I'm just at that point. We just saw the crew kind of getting experience in terms of them working together and using some really cool new weapons that I love in a good old fantasy. As far as the trope is concerned, it's very cool to see this happening. We're seeing not necessarily a brighter side, still dark, but we're seeing we're starting to get some victories, which feels nice. And I think that Evil Horde's the next chapter, so I don't imagine those victories are going to stay there long. But we're starting to get some, which feels really nice for a Berserk story in terms of all the chapters we've read thus far. Okay, there's that. I'm going to go through quickly what I picked up this week in terms of books. I got the Shogun edition in the mail from Broken Binding. I absolutely love this stunning edition. This is a book that I'm really looking forward to reading generally, and I usually don't touch these Broken Binding hardcovers. I just like having them, but I think this is one of those that I'm going to read. It's just too beautiful of an edition to not read. But yeah, I even have it on my desk when I write next to Gardens of the Moon over there. Then I picked up a couple books from Ryan Skeffington, Lost Souls, which, I don't know if you guys can tell how awesome these covers are. But I've been chatting with Skeff a little bit. He's a fellow Formula One fan. And his covers are awesome. There's a lot related to music and his passion and love for music in these books. And I think he just came out with this sequel, Eternal Dreams. Yep. These covers are just amazing. I absolutely love this artwork. And then actually I'm also picking up on a bunch of stuff. We have like a knight, a samurai, it looks like, or an oni. I don't know. I'm probably getting that wrong. It looks like we have a Talana Mas in there. But yeah, so this is Skeffington's work. I picked up those 2 hardcovers. I'm a hardcover sucker. And then, from me, Andreda, I think I'm getting that wrong, Andreada books. We got The Murdered Son, the original Empire of Silence before I think the publishers got it. So this is an edition I'm really just stoked to have. As I'm a big Sun Eater fan. Essentially, any book that Christopher Rocchio puts out in any edition is a book that I will purchase. It's just kind of the way it is at this point. Super fan. So Some housekeeping stuff before I get into the writing update, being unfortunately that we just did a bunch of interviews this week. Not unfortunately, I'm really happy we did these interviews, but I just mean my writing unfortunately kind of took a dive because I used my creative time for that, which is fine. I'm happy I did. That said, I didn't get any ground on book 3 just yet. I'm hoping I'm going away next week for 8 days from Tuesday the 5th to I think I come back the 14th or the 15th. That said, I will probably bring my computer with me. I'm giving myself the freedom as I'm waiting for book 2 to kind of get back to me to, touch up add some things into book 3 at the very beginning. I'm just not going to hit a 30,000 word count, being that this isn't like a serious drafting phase. I'm just sort of sitting here for book 2. That said, most of this time and doing all the stuff for book 1 and getting it out there and rolling it out, it's like a whole new experience for me. So I'm just giving myself some grace in that regard, which is difficult, honestly. Like I really miss being at the keyboard. I've had that talk a few times this week, and it's being creative. I had this conversation with somebody else about being stagnant. The only time I feel stagnant is when I'm not working on the books, and I can justify promoting book 1 as a thing that allows me to flex that creative muscle. These videos actually allow me to flex that creative muscle, and just sitting here ad-libbing and talking to you guys about what I'm reading. But of course, sitting at the keyboard is probably the most cathartic experience for me, and I honestly can't wait to get book 2 back in order to do that some more. So there's some movement with book 1 in terms of on the front of the audiobook. We're getting some conversations there, just to be transparent with you guys. We're ironing out some details, and I should have more news about that hopefully within the next couple of weeks. Next week, you guys are going to see a top 5 books of 2025 that I've read so far this year. I'm going to record that probably Sunday for you guys, so you have something on Thursday night to tune into. A good old top 5, good old fashioned top 5. I'm actually excited to share that one. I haven't done that in a while. So, and there's been some updates in my reading generally that I think it'd be fun to talk to you guys about. So that'll be up on Thursday next week. Otherwise, I have a conversation tonight with Pete Reviews Books. We're doing a Realm Runners episode. I'm going to be a guest on his channel. I was a guest on Red's channel on Tuesday, Red's Reading Cafe. I was a guest with the Hobby Vomit crew, Matt and Ian, on Monday. That was a great live stream. I think Zachary Shea's conversation with myself should be going up at some point in the next couple of weeks. That was last week, and then last week we just had a ton of great conversations, and I'm looking forward to a couple more this weekend. I have one with Maxwell Earp. I don't know if you guys know who he is. But he makes some really good content. His commentary is always entertaining. She's trying a new style of video. It's not going to be live streamed. It's just a pre-recorded sort of preliminary vlog thing for him. I don't know, maybe a surprise, and I'm totally ruining it. But I think I'm really looking forward to having a conversation with him about Mercy. I'm also talking with Von Roycroft, author Von Roycroft, and Zachary Shea and David from Four Corners of the Page. That'll be Saturday morning, 10 a.m. my time Eastern. I think that's a live stream, so we'll be hanging out there. And I'm really looking forward to all these conversations. And like I said, I really do want to get my creative muscles flexing again. I have like a contemporary thriller completely outside of the Mercy universe that I've like dabbled in a little bit here and there. There's some novella stuff that maybe I can touch and play with. For the most part, really, it is playing. But also the bandwidth that's required to get book 1 out there, to create funds in order to consistently, like, I'm going to write no matter what. Don't doubt that. But just to be able to get book 2 out to you guys in a reasonable amount of time, being that it's done, it's in a place of being complete. I want to make sure that I have funds to get it all edited and out to you guys and promoted as well, because I also have a responsibility to do that, and that's not just for you, it's for me. It's my responsibility, and I want to wear that on my sleeve. I'm very proud of that, and I think it'd be really cool to share that with you guys. So that's all I got for you guys today. There's nothing really much else to talk about. The audiobook stuff is really exciting. I did a live stream where I signed some tip-ins. We have a company in the UK that is going to work with me in terms of just like getting some exclusive signed copies out to you guys. We'll see what that looks like. It's going to be pretty just normal, the hard copies. The tip-ins are going to be the only unique and exclusive thing about it, generally. Other than I'm not selling any right now. I'm holding off on that while that gets ironed out. So I'm really looking forward to that, because that could have big implications for the future of Mercy as a series generally, just getting on the radar. And again, we're so close to 1,000 copies. I cannot thank you guys enough. in honor of, all of that. I've been running ebook sales about as much as I can, like too much, I think, honestly. So they're at 99 cents this weekend as some newsletter pushes go out with some other, marketing stuff that I put up. So if you guys haven't grabbed the Kindle edition yet, it's 99 cents, or if you have Kindle Unlimited, it's there as well. Again, my newsletter offers a free short story. Once you sign up for it, it's The Blood Rebellion. It takes place before the events of the first book, and then, of course, I do offer 4 complete chapters that are at the end, that are in the first book on my newsletter as for you guys to access as a sample if you're interested in getting into book 1. So you can kind of get an idea of what the story structure is like. And yeah, I'm just so grateful for everybody reading my books. I'm blown away by how these reviews are rolling in. The Amazon reviews for the algorithm means so much, so I'm grateful that you guys are plugging them in. Seriously, it means the world. It means the world that you read the book, let alone like wrote a thoughtful review or just like even 2 words at all on Amazon. It blows my mind. And then of course the Goodreads stuff, like that was crazy. So that's it, guys. I'm gonna end this here. I'm gonna record one of those lame TikTok videos again, and by lame I mean they're lame because I'm in them. If you have seen them over on my other socials, I do shorts on here too. I've been putting them up, and I'm having fun doing that. It's actually, again, like that 90-second like quick punch, like a little comedy. I enjoy that. I think that's going to be it. You thought I wasn't going to do an awkward goodbye. Boy, oh boy, you have learned nothing. You know nothing. Jon Snow. Jon Snow. Jon Snow. Imagine they were all like American English. Wow. Sorry, I'm just imagining that real quick. Yeah. Hey, this was a good one. We like cruised through that. It was pretty good. So, yeah, next week you guys will... Oh, I'm moving on to Blood by Salt also. Just throwing that in at the end here. That's going to be happening this week. Me, Noel D, Jake from Nerd Level Rising, and Tom Orange in a couple weeks are going to be talking about it. So I'm going to finish that. Probably audiobook and physical book on my trip. Going to burn through that, and I still have to get through some Crimson Fire, hopefully. This Malazan book is just, I'm moving slow through it, and I need to be faster. I just need to be, I think it also has to do with attention. Yeah, anyways, I'm just rambling at this point. I'll see you guys next week.